I started a video yesterday, but my phone died, so I'm going to try this again. I'm at the walking trail where I normally do my vestibular exercises. Right now I'm on a 2-week medical leave from work, so I just switched to the, just very briefly, I've had vestibular migraines and triple PD, panic attacks for the past 2 years, and all the other symptoms, Alice in Wonderland syndrome, depersonalization, all the phantom movements, floor dropping out from under you, tilting, movement that's not really there. I've had all the symptoms. 24/7 headaches for 8 months, 24/7 depersonalization for almost a year. So I've been dealing with this for about 2 years. I was on FMLA for, I don't know, close to 6 months. When I first started, I went back to work with no treatment at all yet because of the time it took to get the testing and waiting for appointments, I'm sure, as all of you know. But I just wanted to make this video to maybe give some people a little bit of hope. Right now I am on a 2-week medical leave because I work construction and I'm often several hundred feet up in the air. Now I had to deal with these phantom movements and dizziness, the triple PD, on a regular basis every day at work. And I work 10-hour days, so it's not easy. In fact, it's incredibly miserable, and it's mentally challenging just to get through every day. But about 2 weeks ago, I had a flare-up, and my baseline is already teetering on I can't deal with this anymore, and it just went over the top. So I left work early on. I barely got through a Monday. This all started on a Friday when I climbed a tower that was pretty shaky, and that really screwed me up. And then for Father's Day, I rode in the back of a car with a rather aggressive driver, and that really screwed me up. And so on that was Sunday, Father's Day. Monday, I still was so screwed up. Barely made it through Monday. Tuesday, I went home 2 hours early from work. Wednesday, I couldn't deal with it. I had about a quarter-mile walk to a safety meeting in the morning, and it took me about 20 minutes to get there. I had to stop I stopped like 6 times to grab onto the barricades there, just because I was so dizzy. But anyways, the purpose of this video, I guess, is that I wanted to tell you what I'm doing now in trying to heal myself. I'm on, 5 different medications. Medications have helped to a degree, but I still struggle daily. So anyways, I just wanted to show you, I have these 2 popsicle sticks that I have written the word smile on, and I got this idea from a YouTube video. And what I do is I hold them out. I can't show you because I'm holding the phone, but I hold both of them, one in each hand, one over here and one where my phone is being held, and I dart my eyes. First I hold them close, and I dart my eyes back and forth 50 times. Then I hold them further out 50 times, and then I do the same thing with the pattern up and down. 50 times close, 50 times far away. And then the same thing in each diagonal, this way and this way. And then I do the same thing, only instead of the paddles stationary, I will move them like this. 50 times close, 50 times further away. 50 times close, 50 times, and then the diagonals, same thing. You know, keep your head straight. And then the one that I really hate is this one. And then, you know, I do that 100 times. And then I do this one 100 times. Oh, and then I also do this. Close 25 times. And then my arm far away 25 times. And it's really important that you make sure while you're doing this to keep your eyes focused on the word, or a dot. If you put a dot, whatever you put, make sure that it's clearly in focus. You don't just want to keep swinging and you can't read anything, or you can't see what you're doing. And I put on classical music, and so but anyways, I wanted to make this video, one, to show you my VRT exercises, but two, just to maybe provide some of you with a little hope, because I know that with this condition, there's not a lot of it, it seems like at times. When you've been suffering for years and nobody seems to understand what you're going through, and every single day I show up to work and I do my best, but I can tell that people still don't have any clue what it takes for me physically and mentally to perform my job at an adequate level, and just to get through the day with the amount of brain fog and the fatigue. So for all of you out there who feel hopeless, I just wanted to share my story briefly and let you know that it is a struggle, but I guess I've been off for a week now from work, and when I got off and things got so bad, I had the Alicia Wolf, the Dizzy Cook book for a while now, but because of my lack of time, I never followed it. I never really read it much. I have Dr. Bay's book as well. I take all the supplements. But I decided, you know what? I have 2 weeks off. I'm gonna dive in fully to this Dizzy Cook book. I'm gonna create a diet plan surrounding that. Now, a couple things I was doing wrong. I was eating 3 oranges a day. Now, oranges are healthy, right? But apparently they're migraine triggers. So I cut out all citrus. I was eating almonds every day. Another good source of fat, good source of healthy fats, a lot of other minerals and good stuff in there, vitamins. No nuts, so I had to cut out the almonds I was eating. Yogurt, Greek yogurt, can't have yogurt, anything fermented. So I cut that out. I was eating those Chobani flip cups, the almond coconut chocolate or whatever. 3 things you're not supposed to have, and I was eating that before bed every night with 2 oranges. So I made a diet plan. I've been following it for a week. I have slipped up a couple times with caffeine, but the real message I wanted to send everyone out there is that I told myself that I got 2 weeks off to try to get myself in a better state than I was when I started this. Now, obviously 2 weeks is not long enough to get over vestibular migraines or triple PD. However, man, my camera is dirty. That's probably better. However, I wanted to really do myself a favor, so I made a diet following the Dizzy Cook. I've been following it. And I wanted to make sure I didn't sulk and just sleep all day and lay in bed all day. Now, I know that some people literally can't. I understand that. I had, 8 to 10 months where that was my life. So I am better than I was when this first started. As you can see, I'm walking. But, so my kind of game plan for these 2 weeks that I'm off, I've been off for a week now, was to follow the diet strictly, exercise every day. So I go to the gym and I do a 1.5 miles, 15-minute hit and run. So that's sprint, walk, sprint, walk, sprint, walk. Keep doing that for 15 minutes. And then I just do body weight stuff, push-ups, pull-ups, planks, some kettlebell stuff. And then I come here to the walking trail and I do my VRT exercises. Now, I know I've been rambling, but what I really wanted to say was that when I first started doing these, and I've done these in the past, and it didn't do anything, but when I first started doing these a week ago, the one where I do this, right now, a week ago, I would be walking like all over the place like I was drunk. Now, 2 days ago, since I've been doing it every day, and I walk, matter of fact, that's the mile marker, so I made this video so I skipped the last part of my exercises, which I'm gonna finish after this video, but I'll just keep walking past my normal mile marker. But about 2 days ago, I would finish up about 3/4 of a mile, and then I started maybe like 4 days in. I would always finish about 3/4 of a mile, but I was so whacked out after those last exercises that when I walked to my car, I had to stand next to my car for a couple minutes just to renormalize myself, and even then I was still pretty whacked out. Driving has never been an issue for me. I feel the most safe and the most calm in my car, for mostly. But so here's the exciting news, and here's the hope. It's been a week of doing this, and about 3 days ago, I started to notice that these exercises are becoming easy. They're not making me dizzy, or much less dizzy. And so what I did was I did the same exercise where I hold the thing out here and maybe demonstrate it. Hold this out here and do this, 100 times. Do this 100 times. And those still do make me feel weird, especially while I'm walking. But here's what I did to up the difficulty. Do it walking backwards now. So, to all other people on this walking trail, I look like a psychopath, which is totally fine. But I had to increase the level of difficulty with my VRT exercises because I noticed that I was not getting the same level of being all messed up, which is a good thing, which means I'm being desensitized to these exercises, which is what you want. So that's a little bit of good hope. Good, I'm trying to be positive. I still do get whacked out when I'm in my kitchen and I'm like doing dishes and walking, like a lot of close proximity to walls still does kind of whack me out. Fingers crossed I haven't felt any phantom movements in a while. But I also haven't been at work for 10 hours a day and been on elevators and climbing up, crazy heights and stuff. But I thought that was progress. I thought that was good news. And I know how lonely this disease can make you feel. I've had a lot of really, really low days. I'm talking days when I came home and just couldn't even make it up the steps, just fell on my steps and just started sobbing because it's just, this disease is an invisible killer. It really, really destroys your soul. And to be alone and deal with it. And I have an incredibly supportive family and friends, but it's still incredibly difficult to be dealing with this alone. So to all you out there, I hope you're starting to see some improvements. And I just wanted to make this video to let everyone know that even though it's challenging, even though it's the stupidest thing ever to have to deal with this, and most people will never understand what we go through, but you can make progress. You can make your situation better, and it's worth fighting for. And I think that my improvement of my symptoms just with these exercises in a week and with my diet, I think that that's hope enough for all of us to keep pushing forward and to not give up. So sending prayers and positive vibes to all of you out there. Hope we're all doing well. Hope we're pushing ourselves and doing the right things to get ourselves back to normal and to have a normal semblance of life again. So love you all. Best of luck. If you have any questions about my diet or anything, or if you just want to vent, feel free to comment. So long.